Hello, in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about the Human Design Head Center. And this is going to be particularly relevant for those of you who are coaches, practitioners, entrepreneurs, if you're business owners, founders, CEOs in leadership positions, because I talk about human design in relation to leadership, and in particular about going out there and being more visible, feeling more confident and self-assured, and really standing in your power. So my name is Abigail Rebecca. I am a human design visibility mentor, and I empower women to be iconic. And how I do that is through lots of different modalities, but human design really underpins everything that I do, all the work that I do, because many years ago when I discovered human design, I had to ask myself the question, how can I support and empower women to be more visible in their business and their life if I don't know what their human design is, right? Because we're all different, and human design teaches us that it's the science of differentiation. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the head center. Someone on my YouTube channel has requested this. Your wish is my command. I have these gorgeous 70s glasses on because I am currently recovering from eye surgery. Everything went well. I'm really happy with the healing, but I just need to protect my eyes. So it's a bit weird because I don't normally wear glasses and I can see like my light ring shining in my glasses, but it's all good. So as always, if you have any questions when we're going through this, please post them below. I'm very active on whatever social media channel I'm posting this on, especially YouTube. I will come and I will answer your questions. And also while you're there, please like and subscribe because I would really love to grow my YouTube channel. I'm really enjoying posting these videos specifically for YouTube. Okay, so let's dive in. So I love the human design centers. We have 9 centers in human design. That is 2 more than the Hindu chakra system. That is one of the beautiful elements that human design is based on. And the reason that there are 9 human design centers and 7 human design chakras is that we have now evolved. We've evolved out of the Piscean age into the Aquarian age. You'll have heard me talk about it a lot. And this is where the hierarchical structures are now crumbling, and we are our own gurus, right? So this is about trusting ourselves, trusting our inner wisdom. And leadership, when I talk about leadership, it's a different type of leadership. This is not some dictator leadership, right, at the head of the hierarchical triangle. This is about creating circles of community, and then we are leaders, either in that community, guiding and helping and empowering people that might be on a different stage of the journey to us, or it's also about self-leadership. Because when we are running our businesses, we have to be leaders. We have to make decisions. We have to, take decisions as a leader and lead our business and lead ourselves through that process as the founder or the CEO of the business. And later on, obviously, when you are handing over a lot of the responsibilities to other people within your team and also within your leadership team. So human design teaches us to come out of the head where so many of our decisions are made, and to drop into our body and to use our body as our inner authority. So you'll have heard, if you're new to human design, you maybe have heard this word sort of being bandied around, inner authority. That is, each of us has an inner authority that is a really aligned and kind of juicy way that we can make decisions, so we can make the right decisions. It's really important to trust ourselves, and when we can trust ourselves, we can make the right decisions. And also when we can trust ourselves, we can go out there and be more visible. And a lot of my work is centered around really valuing ourselves, trusting ourselves, falling in love with ourselves. The only way that we can do that is to really get to know ourselves. And how we get to know ourselves? Through human design. So it all comes through full circle. So when we're talking about the head center, So you've got the head center, which is a triangle at the top of the head, and then another little triangle underneath it, which is the ashna. The head center, which is all about ideas, right? It's the center for ideas and inspiration, and then the ashna underneath that then conceptualizes those ideas. And then we kind of then speak it and manifest it through the throat center. So the head center, we've all been brought up. Well, those of us who didn't have parents who knew human design, and that is a very small percentage of the world, definitely when I was growing up, the head center traditionally has been, the resource, the main tool to make decisions. So if you think about, if you're asked to do something, you have a decision to make, you weigh up the consequences. That's how we've naturally been taught to do things. Okay, so if I say yes, then this might happen. And if I say no, then this might happen. And then we kind of like weigh up the consequences and we make a decision. It's a yes or it's a no. But actually, we've got no way of knowing. How do we know? How can we predict the future? We don't know. We're just making an educated guess. We are guessing. And sometimes it might work out really beautifully, and sometimes it might not work out so beautifully. But at the end of the day, you're guessing. Actually, when you can learn to come out of that head center and drop into the body and make those decisions using the wisdom and the intuition and the instincts within your body, that's when you can make decisions that are really aligned to your greatness. And they are totally aligned to your true purpose in life, which your soul knows all about. So this is an exercise in starting to trust ourselves. But hey, look, I know, sometimes this is difficult, right? Because the conditioning runs deep. So that's why it's really important to understand your human design, understand the different elements within your human design. So let's jump in and let's talk about the head center. So I've already said the head center is there. And this is all about ideas and inspirations. Now, when you look at your human design chart, so again, your head center is the triangle that is kind of on your head, and the top bit just sticks out a little bit of your head into your beautiful magnetic aura. That will either be completely white or it will be colored in. So if it's colored in, it's defined. You have a defined head center. And depending on where you download your human design chart, there'll be either a color. If you go onto my website and download your chart from there, it's grayed out. I don't use color on my charts at all, which is unusual actually, because I'm all about the color, but not with human design. So that means that your head center is defined. And if it is white, it either means that it's either undefined or it's completely open. So let's talk about defined head centers first of all. If you and just to kind of explain that center, first of all, so the head center is ideas and inspiration. It's not designed to make decisions. It's designed to kind of have these ideas and these inspirations to be able to store things up there, and that's all it's designed to do. And if you start try to give it the task of working out whether to say yes or no to something, it's just going to basically make a decision based on wounds or ego or, trying to please people or trying to look good, like all of these things that can often lead us down the wrong path because we're actually not making a decision that is aligned to our soul. So if you have a defined head center, you have a fixed way of thinking. I think I haven't got the percentages in my head, but I think it's around about 30% of the population that have a defined head center. Correct me if I'm wrong, it might be 31%, but it's around the 30% mark. So it's a very small number of the population. And this is a pressure center. So there will be a lot of pressure that will be coming through your head, whether it's defined or undefined. And that pressure will be coming through to try and get you to make a decision with your head. So it's just bearing that in mind. we've already established you are not meant to make decisions from this place. You're not meant to take action from this place. Yes, you might have some very profound, amazing thoughts and ideas there, but you are not designed to take action from there. Really, I think the best way to describe a defined head center is you are really a force when it comes to inspiration. You really are able to really help people to not conceptualize their thoughts, because that comes from the Ashna, but really pinpoint ideas and thoughts. Okay, so you're here to inspire people. You're here to evoke ideas in other people. Is that the right word? Evoke? You're here to amplify the ideas in other people. And you really radiate others, like you inspire them. So you have this really radiating, I guess it would be part of your aura, because that would make up the part of you, but you'd have this real radiance that would be coming from your defined head. Now, I always say in human design, when it comes to being visible, promoting yourself, marketing yourself, creating this beautiful personal brand, attracting people into your ecosystem to work with you as a client, or to come and work in your team, or to partnership with you, or create partnerships with you, or to invest in your company, or any other, to speak on their stage, any of these beautiful experiences, these high vibrational experiences that you want to bring in. I always say that you sell from your defined center and you guide through your open and your undefined centers. So you sell from your head center. So for example, I have a defined head center. So when I talk to people about what I do, I can very confidently and authentically, and this is really important, authentically say to them, hey, you know what I'm really good at? I'm really good at sitting down with you and helping you to bring down ideas from the 5D world into the 3D, right? So I know that you have all these ideas that are going around your head, and sometimes it can be really confusing and can be really difficult to pinpoint one idea. And sometimes you can get really overwhelmed with all the ideas that are coming in. But I'm really good at helping you pull out those ideas. And then I have a defined Ashna and throat. So I also say I'm really good at helping you conceptualize them and then bring them into fruition, manifest them into this world. Okay, I'm not just saying that because it's something that I've been told to say by my sales coach or my marketing coach. I am able to say that because that's who I am. That's what I do. And that's my zone of genius, because I have a defined head. So you see the difference? It's not just like some kind of terminology that I've picked up that I feel that I need to say to bring in clients or to attract opportunities to me. I am actually speaking authentically from my human design. And this is why I keep banging on about human design, right? Because it helps you to really bring forth your authentic self. One of the things that I would say to you, if you have a defined head, is don't let others dampen your enthusiasm. You will have a real enthusiasm, lots of ideas that are coming forward, and sometimes it can just be a bit too much for people, and that's okay. Don't allow others to dampen that enthusiasm, because it's there for a reason, and it's there because it's designed to radiate out to others and to attract others in. Okay, now if you have an open or undefined head center, and I'm not going to go into the differences between open and undefined, that's for another session, but if you have an open or undefined head center, again, it's a pressure center, so there will be an enormous amount of pressure to come up with the ideas for things. There's a lot of ideas that are kind of fizzing around in your head, floating around. And you know why that is? It's because you are able to connect to the whole. Like, you don't just have your own ideas, you're also bringing in ideas from others. So like, you are tapping in beautifully into like the one station, right, that holds the ideas of everyone. So they're not necessarily your ideas that are coming into your head, but they're swirling around nonetheless. And it can be really overwhelming and really confusing. Like, I just don't know what to choose. Like, and sometimes this can actually, for those of you with an open or undefined head center, it can really leave you stuck in overwhelm. Like, I just can't make a decision. So you know what? I'm just going to freeze because I can't even make a decision. When you learn about your human design, that's not going to go away. There's no right or wrong or good or bad or anything to be solved in human design. I remember I took one of my previous clients through her chart and she was looking at all her open and undefined centers and she was like, okay, brilliant then, Abby. So how do I get to color these in? She's such a manifester. So there's nothing to be colored in. Your head is open and it's open for a reason. And that's because you have all these incredible ideas. But once you understand that that is how you're designed to be, and it's not like, the voices in your head, you're not going crazy. You can actually start to accept that and really honor it. And really start to work with it in a beautiful way and use it as a resource, right, within your business. So many of my clients that I've worked with one-on-one, I've done VIP days, or I've done a human design reading with them, have said to me, oh my God, like, I'm not crazy. I always thought I was crazy all my life. And now I know I'm not crazy. And like, one of my clients gave a testimonial once that she was crying with the relief of it. She actually thought she was crazy because of all the activity in her head. And it's just because she had a completely open center. Now, the open centers are, it means that you're very intuitive in those areas. So I always call it like the hero's journey is what you're here to learn the most about. So I spoke about the defined center. You sell from your defined center. You actually guide through your open and undefined centers. So this is an incredible way for you to be able to guide other people, because you might not be able to actually take those ideas out of your head, but you can help other people do that. And that is like gold dust to anyone that comes to work with you. So again, you can go out and you can say, hey, when you come and work with me, I'm great. You know what? I'm so good at brainstorming. I'm an incredible resource for you to brainstorm with. I will help you be able to bring in new ideas and inspiration. And then I'm going to be able to help you to be able to conceptualize that and bring that into your business. So this is a great way. And again, this is completely authentic. If you have an open head or an undefined head, this is what you're designed to do. One of the things that I would say to you to be aware of, well, two things actually with an open head. First of all, your head is going to try and get you to act. It's going to try and get you to go against your strategy. So, if you're a generator, for example, it's going to try and get you to initiate instead of actually waiting to respond to something. If you're a projector, it's going to try and get you to initiate instead of waiting for the invitation. If you are a reflector, it's going to try and get you to do stuff straight away, right? Instead of waiting for the moon cycles. And if you're a manifestor, it's going to try and get you to be like, blow everyone else. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm up to because you're just going to stop me anyway, right? So it's going to try and get you to initiate without informing anyone. And that, as we know, is something that's really going to like upset the apple cart in your business and your life. Things aren't going to flow. It's going to feel like, really like difficult. Okay, so just be aware that your head will be doing that. And one of the reasons that your head will be doing that is that it really wants to have the answer. It wants to prove to others that it's clever by coming up with the answer to something. And as an open and undefined head, the one thing that I want you to take away with you today is that you do not have to have the answers to everything. In fact, you don't need to have the answer. You don't need to have the answer. You're not designed to give the answers. What you're designed to do is to help others find their answers. This makes you an incredible coach. And, you know, in the real purity form of coaching, right? Which is definitely not what I do because I also mentor and advise. But, you know, if you're purely going in and being a coach and just asking questions and that's all you do, that's not all you do, it's very powerful. But, you know, if you're asking questions for someone else to have their aha moments, then that makes you an incredible coach. And, you know, I'm sure that if you're watching this, there is some aspect of your business where you are coaching clients, even if it's only 10, 15 minutes, right? So these resources that we have that are hidden very often within ourselves, within our body, that are uncovered by human design can really, really help us to create incredible experiences and success and, you know, abundance and prosperity within our business and our life. So that is the head for you. Go away and explore. If you want to find out more, you can go over to my website, abigailrebecca.com. If you've watched this and you've no idea what human design is and you want to find out what your design is, you can download your free body chart off my website. If you want to explore a little bit more, there is the Magnetic Aura Blueprint book that is on my website, and that is a 40-page, beautifully created like a book. It's like a reading in reading form, right? So it's like a reading in a book. So it will tell you everything about your unique human design. It's customized to you. You need to put in your birth details to be able to order that. And as I mentioned before, I also do not a lot at the moment. Actually, I've kind of wound it down a little bit, but I am still doing, for the time being, human design readings, and that is a 90-minute session with me where you get me for 90 minutes, obviously on Zoom video, and I present to you your human design in relation to what it is that you really want to create. So I'll ask you some questions beforehand, like what is it that you want to create, like what is it that you desire, and then we will bring in your human design and I will pull out the parts of your human design that will help you to be able to create that. And bearing in mind that my area of expertise really with that is visibility and leadership and confidence and like going out there and being freaking iconic. So thank you so much for watching. Any questions, please comment below, and I will see you soon.